Good afternoon, guys. It's been a little bit of a long time since we last spoke. World Cup's been sort of started, and plenty of shocks, as we know. Argentina in the first game, incredible. Germany, shock after shock after shock. Belgium, it's all happening. But England are okay. Great start, 6-2 first game. Iran, second game, not so good. Air conditioning on or off, it was poor, let's be honest. USA, better side, over 90 minutes. But one game left, we should top that group. And the chances are we'll play Senegal or Ecuador. My guess it's going to be Ecuador. But I know it's a kind of one of them games where it's either or. It's a winner takes all sort of game. Just looking down the groups, France qualified already, Portugal qualified already. Group E's interesting with Spain, Japan, Costa Rica and Germany all in with a chance. Morocco, what a result that was. Brazil already qualified. Yeah, I think it'll be a strong sort of bunch of teams that will get through. It'll be the usual suspects, and my guess is we will get to the quarterfinals, and then I guess anything can happen. You never know. It's football. At the end of the day. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about that fucking third round FA Cup draw. I mean, what are the chances of that happening? What are they? What are the odds? What, 4, 5, 6, 5,000 to 1, probably more. If you look at the teams that were in the hat, to draw Man City twice away in the Carabao Cup, straight out of the hat, and then in the FA Cup third round, Man City away. The gods are not shining upon us right now, and let's be honest, we're not going to be favourites to win that game, and should we lose that, that's all the domestics out of the way. Hot balls, who knows? I really couldn't tell you in this day and age. We are certainly living in a world where the Matrix surprises us on a daily basis, for sure. You may have recently read some news about Manchester City and the fact that the Chinese government, who own quite a big stake of City, are looking to offload that now to an American company, similar in valuation actually to Clear Lake Capital. In fact, they've got a very, very similar sounding name, as it's Silver Lake Capital. So they're looking to sort of bump up their stake in the club. As we know, Manchester United, Liverpool, both now effectively up for sale. And I said all this. Do you remember I said all this? I told you. And if you notice, it's all big American investment companies. There's no fucking surprises that Goldman Sachs and, alike is involved in it. And if you look at money and finance and how things work in this world that is just an illusion for the majority of us, you'll know that of all the companies out there, there's only really two major investors of all the big multinationals, and that's Vanguard and BlackRock. You need to go check them out, guys, because literally, if you want to know who's in control of the money purse strings, then you'll know how the whole thing fucking opens up. And I mentioned Manchester United, and I also mentioned Manchester United had their own page with the World Economic Forum, and again, nothing surprises me. So watch this space, guys. And I'll tell you another thing too. Tottenham will be after that, and it wouldn't surprise me that Arsenal, join the club, because the valuations of these football clubs, although it sounds ridiculous, 4.2 billion for Chelsea, they're talking 6 billion for Manchester United, similar sort of valuation for Liverpool. They'll be cheap. Because they'll be worth a lot more as the world goes digital. And of course, the smart revolution, which everything and the Internet of Things. Trust me on that one, guys. You need to get up on that one. United Nations Agenda 21/30 and Sustainable Development. Once you understand all the process and how it all kind of nips together, you will realise that everything for a reason. Yeah, But no, it's been a quite a long time. Let's have a look at what's in the news. Obviously, lots of talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you want him? Lots of talk about us in the running, Newcastle in the running, Sporting Lisbon in the running, but I don't think they got the money, to be fair. But lots of talk about him, and talk about the fact that Bowley is the one that really wants him, and Graham Potter, like Thomas Tuchel, if you believe in the papers, doesn't want him either. So let's look at this FA Cup draw then. The FA Cup draw has reached the third round stage, blah, 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 blah. Let's have a look at who's drawn who. So Man City have been drawn against Chelsea in the FA Cup third round. Arsenal have been drawn away to Oxford United. Surprise, surprise. Manchester United got Everton. That's not going to be easy. Liverpool got Wolves, but they should get through that all right. It's all a bit of a joke, really, isn't it? I mean, as I say, what are the fucking odds of that happening again? So the full third round draw in full was Preston, Huddersfield, Middlesbrough, Brighton, Chesterfield, West Brom, Manchester City, Chelsea, Charlton or Stockport versus Walsall, Boreham Wood versus Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Tottenham, Portsmouth. It's a nice tie for the old 657. Derby, Barnsley, Cardiff, Leeds. Fucking hell. Fucking not for the faint-hearted, that one. Brentford, West Ham. That's a good tie. Bournemouth, Burnley, Coventry, Wrexham, Norwich, Blackburn, Villa, Stevenage. Great draw for Stevenage. Luton, Wigan, Oxford, Arsenal, Fleetwood Town versus QPR, Liverpool, Wolves, Grimsby, Burton Albion, Blackpool, Nottingham Forest, Dagenham and Redbridge versus Gillingham or Leicester City, Forest Green Rovers versus Birmingham City, Bristol City versus Swansea, Hartlepool versus Stoke, Hull City, Fulham, Crystal Palace, Southampton, Millwall, Sheffield United, Shrewsbury, Sunderland, Sheffield Wednesday, Newcastle, Manchester United, Everton, Reading, Watford, and Ipswich versus Rotherham. What do you think about that, guys? What do you think about drawing Manchester City again? It's fucking mental, mate. It's absolutely mental, Apparently, I mean, this is interesting, right? Manchester United are rekindling their interest in Christian Pulisic. It's saying that we could be one of the busier teams in the transfer window. Well, I do think that is going to be the case. It's clear. I mean, I think he's under pressure, Potter. Trust me, I really do. And that draw ain't going to fucking help, is it? Let's be fair. And I might put a tenner on us drawing, and that's assuming we get past Borussia Dortmund, which ain't going to be no fucking easy game. But let's just assume we do. I wouldn't mind putting a tenner on for us to face City, in the quarters. I'm just being a little bit, what's the right word? I'm just, like fucked off of it all, tell you the truth, Are you enjoying the World Cup, guys? How do you feel about it all right now? All this additional time being added on, that's quite good, to be fair. And I see old fucking Anthony Taylor got himself involved in a bit of controversy at the end of the game today. No fucking surprises there. Football Fancast, Chelsea lead the race to sign Declan Rice. Well, we need Declan Rice and we need Jude Bellingham. Well, I'll be buzzing if we manage to pull them ones off, but rumour has it that, Manchester City and Liverpool then they're prepared to pay way over and above 100 million plus 120, 130 million, especially for Bellingham. It's also talking about N'Golo Kante and Jorginho coming to the last 6 months of their contract, with a pair on it well into their 30s, so it's unlikely they'll receive another contract. And it's interesting, you know, as I say, you know, there's a lot for us to, you know, get our heads around, digest. It's going to be a very active transfer window. It has to be. It has to be, you know. Watching Germany the other day, actually, because I have watched a bit. I've watched some of the games. I haven't watched all of them, I ain't gonna lie to you. I've watched a few, you know, the ones that are interesting. The Spain-Germany game, I thought, well, that's an heavyweight. You know, there's a chance Germany could go out too, so that'd be really interesting watching. I was just struck by how good, you know, Antonio Rudiger is. You know, such a colossus, isn't he? It's been a great, massive loss for us, like, you know. What do you think about Mendy? You know, what a Mendy. Do you think, you know, we should get a new goalkeeper? Have we got a good goalkeeper? Do we need a new goalkeeper? Let us know down below, guys. And that's pretty much it, really, guys. There's not really so much to talk about, apart from it all kicking off everywhere around the world. If you follow your, not the mainstream media, but if you follow some of the right places to go and have a look online, yeah, alternative media, you'll see what's going on in China right now. See, Morocco kicked off in Belgium, in the city of Brussels. Absolutely kicked off, like the Moroccans come out and celebrate. Next thing, they're turning over cars and all sorts of madness, like, you know. And of course, mainstream media, all they seem to go on about is this rainbow armband, you know. And I'm a great believer, guys, you know, and you can take this for what it is. And I don't mean this in any disrespectful way, but when in Rome, try and respect other people's culture. It might not be the thing. And if it really, really, really means that much to you, and you really are that principled about it all, you know, you hold it dearly, you know, that's your opinion. It doesn't mean to say that your opinion is right, but I'm just saying, if that's how you feel, then you don't go out there, do you? And if you don't go out there, what you certainly don't do is have this opinion and be disrespectful about it, but take plenty of wonga, you know, like your David Beckham, like your Gary Neville's, you know. So yeah, interesting times, guys. Really, really is interesting times. But we're moving closer and closer to Christmas, so I will be speaking to you during and up with the lead up towards Christmas and everything else. I've actually been off. My whole family's been down with gastro. 11 days, man, of gastro. You know, everyone's chucking up everywhere. So I've been chucking up and seeing to this child and seeing to that child, and the wife's not well, and I'm not well, and oh, it's been absolutely crazy, absolutely fucking crazy. And then trying to catch the World Cup and that. So that's the reason why I've been on, guys. But apart from the fact, I don't particularly want to go out every day and talk about the World Cup, you know, not really. England tomorrow, of course I want England to do well tomorrow. I want us to beat Wales as well. I think the only way we can't qualify is if there's a massive goal swing and we lose the game by 4-0. So if we don't lose the game by 4-0, we do qualify, but it is much, much more beneficial for us to finish second if you want to avoid Holland, I guess. But you know, you're going to have to play the heavyweights at some stage, but it is nice that they get a step closer. It's just how I feel about Champions League football, to be fair. Let's have some nice draws, and then we have to face some heavyweights, then let's have them, you know, towards the end, where, you know, unless of course you're Real Madrid and you face everyone and it don't really fucking matter, you'll just get through it. I guess because you're Real Madrid, like, you know. But a lot of criticism, obviously, about those England players against America. They were poor, let's be honest. There was talk about the air conditioning not being put on So it was really, really hot, the stadium and that, but it still doesn't stop you from, controlling a football or getting the passes right. We just didn't seem to have any tactical awareness. I'm not personally convinced about Gareth Southgate. I've got to tell you, I think he's blessed with an abundance of talent. I think he's got probably the best side we've ever had in terms of youngsters. And that's in an era where I don't think footballers are as good as what they were 15, 20 years ago, you know. But, it is what it is, guys. I just want us to guess to go out and have a go. And I think we will against Wales and that in 3 points. That's what it's all about. Qualification. And then it's all about knockout football. And then it's anyone's. But nice to speak to you again, guys. Much love. Sorry I look like shit, but it's been a tough old week. Much love, as always. And as always, up the Chelsea.